Alright, it's recording now, so, anything you want to talk about?
Well, we were talking about the old days, weren't we?
We were talking about the old days.
We were talking about the stuff that went on in Brooklyn.
What's that, Laura?
Yeah, talk about playing stickball in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh, so you run away from your grandfather so you didn't have to do work.
Yes, that's what you did. You ran away.
Oh, every evening, well, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, we would play stickball on the street.
Did you play stickball, Mom? Did you play stickball in the street?
No.
You never did?
Did I taste the what?
Did you play stickball?
Oh, yeah.
Stickball in the street?
Yes, I did.
She
With
didn't play with me.
Uncle John?
I wouldn't play
No.
with her.
No, you
Really?
didn't play with Uncle John?
Not mine, but,
You
That
didn't play
wasn't
with
just your
girls?
sister, huh?
You're kidding.
It's different when it's your sister.
that's faggoty, you know.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
what?
The only guys that played with the girls were like girls.
Oh, there you
Uncle
go.
John.
So what year
Oh
was
my
this we're talking
God.
about?
Yeah. 1930 what? Yeah.
He was born in 33.
He was what?
I was born in 33.
I know. So what was it? 1943?
43.
43? Yeah.
43 and up to the
But Mama
50s.
bought you a pair of skates, so she would not buy me one, but she was afraid I was going to get run out. I borrowed skates, and she was coming home from work, and a car was coming, and I almost got run over, so she would never buy me a pair of skates.
You know the
I didn't know
skates?
that story.
The skates
Oh,
were,
I have stories.
I spent more time fixing the wheels.
Yeah.
That was pretty.
They
Was this
were
the kind
metal
with the
skates.
keys to
Yeah.
pull
Yeah,
on your
the
shoes?
metal.
Yeah, you put them
Yeah.
on
On your shoes, yeah.
You know, the old school, really old school.
Or, and then later on, maybe the dog tried to take his, then you went to the roller skating rink. You know, when you're
Oh,
alone.
yeah.
Roller skating rink was cute. It was nice. A lot of action, people riding.
Well, I was hoping you didn't play in the street all the time.
Most of the
No, I
time.
played in the lots.
Yeah,
I
but they
played
had,
right behind the church.
they opened up the fire
When we were
hydrants
kids.
in the
But we
summertime,
had
and we went
a
into the fire hydrants.
Cooper Park. It was a big park and they had several softball fields. My first year.
Oh,
I had
wow.
some basketball courts. So I spent a lot of time there. It's right across the street from the hospital. But it was a place for young people. We used to play a lot of softball games. The big guys did too, because they were long fence. It was nice.
But if we used to go to a church, they had to play basketball.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well, the church, the ceiling was like this high. You didn't have too much room. I'm saying it was probably a little more than that, but it was a low ceiling.
For basketball.
Yeah, and you had to shoot line guard.
Right.
But we had a lot of fun. Rose used to come,
yeah,
and
that's how I really loved basketball.
she used to watch the games all the time. And of
I,
course, there was the younger team that I was on, and the older team had that nice boy that she liked.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You like boys.
the one that was a coach, Carolina.
Yeah, Pat.
Yeah. But now I wouldn't even look at him.
I think that's so funny. You still remember names.
I
You
know. She can't remember what day it is, but she can remember the names from back
Oh,
in, you
The
know,
boy.
in the 40s.
She has a pretty good memory.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
know.
my
She's
first boyfriend, Anthony Nucci.
Yeah, I know. Where's
That was
I
one
can
of your
never forget
boyfriends?
Anthony Nucci. He was so cute.
Who was the boyfriend? I had to look at him and say, he was dating. That's it.
Yeah.
I do too most of the time.
The days, yeah, I'm always off.
Yeah.
You know?
But you know what today is?
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday. See, yeah, easy.
When I looked at my pills, it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Sometimes I take the wrong two,
Oh, yeah.
but they're all the
No,
same.
she'll call me up in the morning and go, honey, what time are you coming today? Ma, I'm not coming, but I have a doctor's appointment. No, Ma, that's tomorrow. Oh, what's today? Okay, no problem, no problem. But she is. She does really well.
She's like very good, man.
Yeah. Well, her long-term memory is fantastic. I mean, she remembers a lot of
Things, yeah.
from your childhood. You remember a lot of stuff. And you remember a lot of stuff throughout the years, but you just don't have a time frame.
Yeah.
Your
No.
time frame is off now.
Yeah. I say 10 years.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
And when I get along, that's all. It's me.
That's
Right.
right. Yeah.
Oh,
You make friends, you don't make enemies.
No.
who, my mom? Yeah.
She doesn't make too many enemies. I think most people like her.
Yeah.
Mild mannered and nice.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I got a letter about 2 months, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, with one of my ladies from the church, and she said she missed me. I don't go to the meetings anymore, and she missed me and different things like that. And she was, I don't even know the lady. You know? I know her, to see her, But if people come up to me, I used to go to 8 o'clock mass all the time. People come up to me and they go, "Hi, Rose, how are you?" Okay. No.
You made an impression somewhere in there.
She doesn't know who they are.
I don't know who they are half the time. I always say, okay, or I'll get around and go, like an old lady,
Yeah, sometimes I'll walk her into church and people will come up and go, "Oh, I'll take her." And I'm like, "Ma, you know her?" My mom's like, "Okay." Even if she doesn't know her, they'll take her, they'll walk her the rest of the way into church. I'm like, "All right, she's safe," It's really funny.
Who was that?
Yeah, I'm like, shit.
But
Yeah.
they're all strange, They're people that I've known or they know me from going to mass.
Right, yeah.
And I used to take communion. So I went up in the front all the time to get the communion. So that's how they saw me,
When's the last time you went to Catholic Mass, Papa?
100 years ago.
Yeah.
Not that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was an altar server when I was 10 to like 13.
Okay.
Oh,
Carl was.
Oh, yeah.
I was an altar boy.
Yeah, altar boy.
Yes.
Same here for a long time.
You don't remember?
Yeah. Who were you, an older boy with what? Do you remember?
The honey and
Oh, true?
Me?
Yeah.
Just like me, but
Ah, not
St.
O'Toole.
Francis Church, I don't remember.
St. Francis?
In Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
Yeah, Francis, yeah.
Ma, O'Toole is St. Philomena.
Yeah, I know. No, I know it was. My grandmother used to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to make noodles every Sunday. And then she'd go to 6 o'clock again.
She baked the noodles, crunchy, really nice.
Oh, really? You make them raw and then you bake them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
okay.
And then what do? Then you put them in the hot water?
Yeah, but you let them dry out.
Right.
You let them dry out so that they don't stick together.
I know,
When you put
so
it
you
in
make the
very
noodles
crunchy,
in the
when
water.
you ate them.
Yeah, you
Oh,
don't stick
okay.
together.
Really nice.
So they dry out. She put them on the bed
Right.
and let them dry out for about an hour or so. And then you put boil them like boiled spaghetti
Right.
or anything else like that. Yeah, she just would, and she used to make good sauce. And then my mother did too. My mother didn't make the noodles that much. She made the gabagool. I had the
Gabadil?
gabagool. Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, the gabadil.
Gabagool.
You were calling it
Grandma
gabadil.
used to spend the whole Sunday morning working on the macaroni. She'd make a macaroni sheet like this big, fold it, and then she'd cut it,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and open them all up.
They would have put that.
And it
And
was
then you
just,
dried it out?
it was really a pleasure. Even it's,
Yeah,
Did you
my
guys-
grandmother's house, I always saw hanging over back chairs and she'd
Yeah.
string clotheslines across the kitchen, so they'd be hanging over that, but I was never allowed in the kitchen to see how she did it.
Oh.
So, you know, I was always thrown out of the kitchen, so.
So tell us how the wine was made.
oh, the wine, oh, yeah, my grandfather made the wine. He'd go down to the, the area that had all the trains come in, the wine come in. He'd come home with about 50 boxes of grapes,
And he would never let us eat any.
tiny grapes. Well, he was going to use up his wine.
Right, right.
And one grape you wait, that was less wine he was going to have. Honestly, he felt that. And then he made the wine and...
How did he make it though? Do you know? What was
Well-
the procedure?
Uncle Willie
The
used
process.
to get him barrels.
He had a big
Grinder?
grinder,
Yeah.
and once a year, they'd get they'd have 50, 60 boxes of grapes. Willie and Sam and some of the other uncles, Grandma and Grandpa, me and my mother and me, we'd all go downstairs. They'd grind the whiskey, the grapes,
Grapes?
and put it in a bottle, a big tank of.
Yeah,
put
Uncle
that
Willie used
barrel.
to get him barrels,
Yeah.
whiskey barrels.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. And
And like in 2 days, the wine was Montbecchi.
oh, that fast?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
But they just grind up the grapes and that was the end of that? That's how you make wine?
Well, that's
Yeah.
your wine, and then you let it sit.
that's all. He didn't put any sugar in it or anything. He just made the grapes, and it was just very
Yeah,
plain.
he used to
but it was
say
cold.
you can't put stuff
You
in
know.
there.
When we were little,
But grapes aren't alcoholic.
You have to put like yeast
Yes.
or something.
They have to ferment,
But
then they
they
become
ferment.
alcoholic.
When they
They
Yeah.
ferment. How do they ferment?
They just grow. And,
I guess they boil
Put them in
them
a
some
barrel
way.
and you boil them and all.
What?
Yeah.
Probably like
Yeah.
a,
And then when we were little, our treat was they put about that much wine in a glass, and then they put cream soda in it,
Give you a
and
touch.
the
I'll tell you, it was the best wine you ever tasted.
Yeah. It was different. But I never started to drink wine until I came out here in California. But we had just a little bit.
My grandfather used to drink what they call a teal.
Yeah.
It was a bottle that had a round top.
When
and
you come
top-
to my house,
Sun that had like twists in it, and
Oh, sure.
yeah.
You have to suck it out.
Sure, yeah.
He loved it. He never used the glass.
I didn't know that's what it was called, but okay.
Teal.
Okay.
He used to put the wine in
I
every
have-
night.
I have one, remind me.
I will.
You have one?
It's got, right in the middle, it's got like a
Where is it?
little hole, and
Yeah.
wine goes right through there.
Okay. Oh, I think
Oh,
I've
yeah?
seen it before, but I never knew
It's
that
with
was
a
there.
round bottom and with a twist in it.
For carrying.
And a lip that you had to drink.
Is that to make it easier to carry?
I don't think so. I think it was easy to drink.
Oh, okay.
It was
Okay. You don't
maybe
spill as much.
about 4 ounces of wine, 4 and he drank that twice a day.
Okay.
For lunch and afternoon and dinner at night. That's the only thing he did wrong.
He drank beer in the afternoon.
That's only a little rough.
In the summertime.
But he didn't drink that much, huh?
Did you know him when he worked? Or was he always retired when
No,
you
he
guys
was
knew him?
always
He was
retired.
always retired.
He was 40 years old when he retired.
Yeah, he was pretty young when he
I
retired.
know.
And, he bought he had one house here,
Uh-huh.
another house around the corner here, and another one next to it.
Right, next to it, I
So,
remember.
he had all the yard, the
Big
whole
backyard,
garden of all the three houses.
It's all over.
I remember looking out of the window
Yeah.
and seeing a cross.
Yeah.
You could see a cross into the other house.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? It was just like that.
My
And there
grandma-
was a clothesline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There,
My
right?
grandmother had a clothesline from our house to the house that was on Jackson Street, which was around the corner. So if she would buy bread, she'd pass the bread to my aunt.
And they send things to them on the line, too.
Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom, what do you think? What did you think when you met the family?
Yeah.
What did I think when I met the family?
Yeah.
How am I gonna get out of here?
Yeah. The Petrocellis, when you met all those
No.
Petrocellis.
No.
No, I like them all, they were all good.
Oh, there was Uncle Sal, Uncle Joe, Uncle Lindy,
They were very nice to me.
Uncle Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did they call you, Grandma?
By my name.
Didn't they call you Irish or something like that?
Oh, yeah, I think they did. Yeah, Irish. Grandpa called me Irish.
Yeah.
He-
My
He
grandfather-
probably couldn't say your name, Joe.
Not Irish.
Irish.
Scotch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But you probably didn't know the
Italians,
difference.
it was a bunch of-
It's close, but not quite.
I remember your dad, and I remember you. Like I said, my mother used to say, my mother was very free, very.
Your dad would be proud.
She used to say, she's like a Cupid doll. She was round, nice coloring and everything like that.
And every Sunday we had the homemade macaroni Grandma used to make vanilla.
And
Yeah.
sausage. She'd make her own sausage.
What time did you guys eat on Sundays?
12
Early, right?
12:30,
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
my grandfather wanted it.
I remember.
The church bells were ringing, yeah, and we had to be there to eat. Even on the holidays, he wanted to eat at 12:30, 1 o'clock. None of the family wanted to come because,
Every
then
once
they,
in a while
then
we
they
used to
came
eat
for
nice
dessert.
dinner.
Yeah.
I remember going to New York and visiting Frankie and Arlene, and we ate at noon.
Yeah.
I mean, like this kind of a meal at noon. I'm like, wow, how do you eat this?
Nobody
food?
got up early for breakfast.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a huge meal going over there on Sunday.
When we were
Yeah.
kids, it was like, we'd have the pasta, then we'd have the meat. So
And,
it'd be like
and my
hang on
grandma
more.
used to make her own sausage
Oh yeah.
Oh, like separate courses,
Yeah.
kinda?
Yeah.
and
I
salad.
was like,
first-
really? How could we eat that much food?
And
Yeah.
they had their own garden, so they had their own salad.
Right,
Yeah.
that's
And they
right.
had their own tomatoes. It was really,
Yeah.
in the summertime, you just had a nice meal.
Right.
Maybe that's why we're as old as we are.
Yeah,
You
no.
know, when we ate like that, like
I think
kids.
you guys
we,
have.
We ate like the Americans eat now. A lot of vegetables. We had meat every meal, or chicken, and we ate not spicy food.
We had
you know.
Italian bread and salad,
Yeah.
tomatoes.
Yeah.
Every night we eat tomatoes with
In the summertime.
oil and vinegar.
You guys have longevity in your family. I mean,
My
your
folks,
uncles.
Except my mother. who-
Yeah, your mother was the only one, right? Everybody else lived to their 80s or more.
Yeah, I think everyone was 80.
I mean, your grandparents know, but.
They were in their 70s, and that was their generation. That was later,
Old.
you know.
Yeah.
That was old.
Times have
So
changed.
my mother died of tuberculosis.
But I remember Grandpa when he was ill, he was really sick.
Yeah.
He was suffering with pains in his stomach,
And they never said it was cancer, but I'm sure it was. Yeah.
But in those days, cancer was,
Yeah.
you're dead.
Yeah. A death sentence.
It's not that anymore, Ma, right?
No.
I know when I had cancer, my mom kept asking the doctors, is she going to die? Is she going to die? I'm like, Ma, stop asking the doctor if I'm going to die. I'm not going to die. But that's what they thought,
I
you know?
used to meet people in the schoolyard, you know, in the churchyard, and I said, my daughter is going to have this kind of procedure. Would you say a prayer for her?
Yeah.
And they did. I mean, everybody was very, very nice.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that anymore. Cancer doesn't mean that, you know?
Well, what happened was my uncle's daughter, oldest daughter, died.
Youngest daughter,
Young
Joe.
Oh my God, what happened?
You okay?
What happened?
Too many dishes stacked
Just
up.
just the pots. Nothing broke.
What happened was my uncle's youngest daughter died. That was his number 3. My aunt's youngest son died. That was number 4. So Phil was number 3, my number 3. So I always worried about
It's a
that.
bad association.
Who's the boy that died? Connie?
And Connie's,
Yeah, but that was different.
but,
We
yeah.
didn't see him too often.
No, but he killed himself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He
He
committed
shot with his
suicide.
gun.
He was in an automobile accident, and
Yeah, he was.
he was
passed-
paraplegic,
He was,
and he
Paraplegic.
committed suicide.
Wow.
He rigged up a gun in
that's
the
what I
garage.
said.
And then when Connie came to see us, all she could do was go to church and cry. That's like,
So what did you think when you met that crazy family?
I beg your pardon?
Your mother.
What happened?
Oh, what crazy family?
My mother?
Your
Your
mom.
sister.
Why do you call them crazy?
Oh.
Why'd you call them
They're
crazy?
New Englanders.
Yeah, but they were Americanas, you know.
Oh.
They didn't
They
speak
were Scottish.
Spanish, but I'm saying they didn't speak Italian. It was different.
They were Americans,
Yeah.
right? You guys
Yeah.
were Italian.
My
And they
grandfather.
were Americans,
My
right?
grandfather said he didn't call them American. He called them in Italian, merda, which is shitty.
Oh. Hey, wait a minute.
What? America? Really?
But they were very tolerant. I told you, my grandparents were very tolerant of any nationality. They didn't.
Go, you're an American now. You know?
Yeah, but they're old
They
school.
were-
Oh, sure.
they were nothing but Italy, Italian.
That's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
For him, he was a nice man, but he was brilliant.
Yeah. Well, we're third generation, but my aunt and uncle the second generation. My grandfather, when he came over, he was the first generation.
Well, you're really, you and Uncle John are really first generation because your mother was born in Italy.
Yeah, my
So
father
you
too.
and Uncle John are really
Yeah.
first generation
Yeah, but
Americans.
my mother came here when she was a year old, and my
I mean,
father came
technically.
Yeah.
here when he was 7. So, you know,
I speak
they were
very good
American
English.
because
I
they went to
speak very
American
good
school.
Italian.
That's what the difference.
As you all in Volga by Giannis.
That's it.
That's about all I know.
Yeah, that's all you know.
No, I know a little bit more, but no, not much.
How old was your grandfather when he came over? Oh no, your father. You said he was 7
Yeah.
when he came over.
Grandpa
Grandpa was,
was an adult,
Right.
and he came because his brother was here.
Laura,
in Massachusetts.
Did dogs eat?
Yeah,
They did?
they want to come in and fight everybody here.
They always
They
want
want
to
to
eat.
knock all the glasses off the table and give them some.
Okay.
My grandfather had maybe about 10 jokes. He told them constantly, and he laughed at every one of them.
You know, my grandmother and grandfather used to play cards every night.
Oh, yeah?
Spade, what was the name?
Then
What was the name of the game?
we,
What?
It was, I
I
forget,
don't know what,
I forget how to play it.
an American.
I looked that one up.
I know. Say it again, Uncle, say it again?
Priest, C-R-I-S-K.
Reese.
But
Grease?
whenever,
Oh, okay.
whenever my grandmother won, oh, he used to get so
There's
pissed.
the card.
Yeah.
Take the cards and throw them in the stove. We
And
had
we-
cold
in the
water.
stove.
Throw them in the stove. And he would say to her, like I say, she had a thick mustache, and he'd say in Italian, and you're laughing at me.
Funny stuff.
My mother would say, she cuts the can in half, the olive oil can, and she makes the cake inside the olive oil can.
Yeah,
Ah. Who did?
my grandmother.
She did?
What did she say?
She cut the olive oil can in half and she baked a cake?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, in an
No.
olive oil can?
Yeah,
But
it
you
was,
never tasted anything so good.
no, it was so good.
Really?
Yeah. She,
Can we do that?
yeah. She baked it.
I guess we could try that. Let's try that. No, we can't do that?
As long as it's not wet, I can't.
You don't have to take
Not the old
with
days.
olive oil like I did.
Oh, I see. It would just be too oily?
It would probably be too heavy for me.
Oh, too heavy,
But
yeah.
Grandma used to make her own dough.
There was no FDA
Things
back
like
then.
that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot about that, Jim.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Oh, the macaroni every Sunday, though. I mean, she had a roll that rolled out to the thing. Look, when you look. And then she folded it all over.
Get a black
and
eye.
she-
Place in Nashville
What
that
they
makes
barking
chocolate
at?
cake with olive oil in it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
If they just substitute out the fat for, oh, yeah, that's.
Yeah, you don't put any,
Did
just
they
don't
eat
put any
one?
oil in it.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, they
They ate, yeah.
Imagine one of them.
Sweet, savory combination.
My grandfather and I used to argue all the time. And he used to say to me, if I marry you, I throw you out the window.
That's what he said.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
We used to call him Pop. My grandmother would call her Mom, and my mother would call her Mom too. They were both Mom.
So what were you thinking, Dad, when you first saw your sister again after all these years?
Oh, yeah, it was very nice.
You guys, it was such a great reunion
Yeah.
at the car. Christina asked, she said, how was it when they saw each other? I said, he came to the car, she was still in the car, and they're hugging each other and kissing each other. It was almost tears. I'm like, I wish I had a camera. But I didn't
Well,
expect it, you know?
It
Yeah, it was so nice. Wasn't that
Yeah,
nice?
yeah.
Right before he went downstairs, he goes,
Well,
I feel really
the
sick.
first
Oh, he
generation,
was really nervous.
The oldest of all the
Oh.
cousins. We're the oldest of all the cousins. I have aunts that are older, that were older, but we're the I'm the oldest of
We
all
were
the
the
cousins.
oldest.
Right. But you guys had the twin sisters that were older than you, right?
Yeah,
You like that?
no,
I don't even
they were
remember
younger.
her.
They were younger.
Oh, they were younger
You
than
like
you.
that blueberry
Younger
quarter?
than me.
Oh, 3 years younger than you.
I used to
When-
steal their bottles.
You used to steal their bottles?
My father too.
Oh, you haven't fun.
So you didn't know them, Uncle John?
No.
Yeah.
I don't remember
You
like
were
at all.
older.
Well, that picture, the picture that Jimmy has of your grandfather, or of your father, he was holding 2 babies, so he must have been holding the twins.
Yeah, they were 2 girls.
They
Two
were
girls,
born-
right?
They were born before I was.
Coffee?
No, I'm fine, Lord, thank
Do
you.
you know?
I guess they were dead when I was born.
Yeah, they died at 6 weeks.
You don't want to know?
No.
No?
Phyllis, do you want to?
And my mother never knew what they done.
No, I'm good.
I used to ask her all the time.
Carl does, yeah.
What's that?
You want coffee, right?
Well, he's getting me a porter.
Oh,
instead.
never mind, then you want
I
coffee.
did, but it's
Yeah, I thought you said you did.
I gotta get over.
But, I mean, you can have it both.
Laura, what's in the coffee? What's in,
Just cream and sugar.
Okay, so see if it's sweet enough for you, Mom. Is it sweet enough? Could be a little sweeter. Yeah, she likes it's hard. Are you sweetening it with just with sugar? Yeah, it's hard because we use the artificial stuff.
Laura, that little-
So we met only a couple hours ago.
My-
It's well already.
my-
It's actually from New Mexico. Yeah, this is the sugar. You
No.
want to add some?
Yeah, she
Fuji
needs,
was like
Half?
she needs
Just-
some more.
It's
No,
like the
more
Yeti
than
that
that
lives
one.
in the mountains here.
Oh, okay.
Fuji.
Like that one?
It's a local.
Yeah, that's
okay.
good.
They're like
Okay,
about
do
30
you want
minutes
more
from
now?
Nashville.
Or did
I don't know how
Wow.
it fits.
Are they distributed around or probably
Because she-
local?
Yeah.
it's
I know,
distributed.
the
We-
Splenda
Budweiser,
thing.
we
I
split-
think it's
yeah.
only North
We use
Carolina.
Splenda.
But they're
She
gonna
I
likes
know a guy that,
sweet and low, and I like
works at
Splenda.
Budweiser up
Uh-huh.
And so sweetening,
You didn't
Yeah.
taste the coffee
It's
yet.
really,
I don't know how to sweeten with regular sugar.
I know.
Yes.
I just don't know how to do it.
It's like so much more potent.
There. And all of their
You
other
think
brands and
sugar's
stuff too
more
that they make. I
No,
think
the,
it's
this
Oh,
artificial.
I might
Yeah,
have to
the
ignore that one.
artificial's
See if
like-
it's-
They
if
do a
it's
lot of
distributed
craft
out
brewing just.
Okay,
Really?
Jackoff.
It's like I'm done.
We're gonna call you
I
Grandpa.
get it, 'cause he comes back with all kinds of
Might
food
need
I've never heard
sugar.
of, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you call Uncle John? Papa? Papa?
Papa.
So my
Under his breath, he says other things.
yeah. My niece has a stepdad and her dad, my brother, and so her children call my brother Grandpa and call her stepdad Papa.
Yeah.
So there's difference, so there's no confusion there.
Yeah, my other grandfather is called Pop.
Oh, Pop, yeah.
He's still going around, right?
Yeah.
How old is
He
he?
can't hear anything anymore.
How old is he?
He's 88, I guess.
88, and it must be a running thing. My mom's 89 and without her hearing aids. I'm screaming at her all the time, right?
My grandfather
She has a
used to.
hearing aid, and I forgot to put them in.
Yeah.
If I know Phyllis is coming over, I'll put them in. Well, I have a granddaughter that lives with me, and she'll go, Grandma, I'm going out, and I go, okay. So, I'll be back. I don't hear her.
Yeah.
But I say okay anyway.
Yeah, my grandfather used to. He's had bad hearing for a long time. He's losing on 30s and like telephones for many years. And,
Sure.
but my grandmother would yell something. And he'd look over at me and wink. He'd act like he couldn't hear her and just wouldn't respond. But he'd obviously could.
Yeah. Yeah, Carl will be done. He can't hear now. It's awful.
You don't want me?
I can hear something.
I have a little one for you.
Honey, give me a little one. This is too big.
This is a lot.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
Yeah,
You can handle it.
you can give me half that too, Laura. That's a lot of.
I'm glad you escaped the room here, Carmine. I didn't know you were
You're
taking a
so
full
funny.
room.
Thank you, Laura.
Crushing this lady here. Yeah, right?
There's all little things in here, Laura. What is it?
What a little thing. They're blueberries?
Yeah.
Just the arsenic.
Blueberries and blackberries.
That's for me,
I
all
have
of
a
this.
Wow.
little one.
Jimmy,
Mom, you want to taste it?
Honey, maybe I can
That's-
eat less than this.
oh, that
It's all right,
one
you
called
can.
Johnny.
Eat what you can, Aunt Jerry.
Yeah.
Everybody called
If you
him
can't eat it
Carmine,
all, it's okay.
And we call him John.
Yeah.
My
Who
grandpa,
my mom
my
would get on
mother
any.
father
None?
was
She's so full from there.
Not even the fruit.
and we were
No,
named
that's
after
fine.
the grandpa.
This is really good though. The lemon cake, or whatever kind of cake, what is it, lemon?
It's
Yeah.
vanilla.
Vanilla is so
So
good.
we decided on John.
John,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he said he didn't even know his name was Carmine at one point.
But I don't know him, well, I never called him Carmine, because of my mother.
But I don't mind the name Carmine.
Carmine's a nice name,
Well, they-
except your Uncle John, right? I wouldn't even, she says Johnny all the time.
Yeah.
She's like, Johnny, you know.
When they first started telling me about you,
Johnny
they'd go back and forth. It's like,
Yeah.
Carmine John.
now I'm like confused. Who are we talking about again?
But Aunt Jerry always called him Carmine.
Yeah.
Always called him Carmine.
Yeah.
Never called him John.
No,
I've never heard you call him John, right?
Particularly when she was mad at
I
me.
call him
Yeah.
Con or Conway.
That's right. Every time we came to visit.
It became known as Marn Carm.
Non-Carmine.
Anyway, he answers to both of them.
Yeah. No, Carmine's a great name. I like it. There's a guy on the job on LAPD, his name is Carmine Sasso.
No.
That's like a Italian name.
Well, the Mexicans have Carmen as a woman's name.
Right, Carmen.
Yeah.
Right.
I've always wondered how names are so discombobulated.
Right,
Like-
yeah.
You never
My name is Figlilio.
Yeah.
Where did I get Figlilio? Rose is Figliolio.
Figliolio with an extra O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my father sometimes used to say Figlio, F-I-G-L-I-O.
Figlio.
Yeah.
It was so interesting. I mean,
But when they came over from the other side, and they said their names, a lot of times the Americans didn't understand what they were saying, so they just put down what they thought they were saying.
Yeah.
that's what happened with your mom, right?
Yeah.
Well, he came over, couldn't speak English, so they left from Toronto, which is a seaport. He couldn't speak English, couldn't tell him what his name is, so they named him from the town that the ship left from, from Toronto. So that ended up being the family name. You know. Yeah, the names got
There
all.
was a lot of that.
I'm sure, yeah. Yeah, they weren't wasting any time to figure things out. They were going to put something on that paper.
I wonder-
You know?
I wonder if you did that whole Ancestry.com,
Yeah.
if it would be able to trace back further.
My brother, I'm not sure exactly how he did it, but he's traced back a little bit further on that side, and it came to some islands